Hey, Mini Capra, what's the secret word of the day? Today's word is fun. You know what to do. Every time we say the word, we scream. Let's practice it. Today's gonna be fun. Ah! So you probably heard the news that Paul Reubens has passed away. He was a man that entertained me not only in my young life, but also in my older life, especially in the last, say 5 years or so. It seemed like he'd been making a lot of a comeback. And today I just really like to talk about this dude's life. And I don't really know all the information about him other than I watched him a lot on Pee-wee's Playhouse as, what would I have been, like 7 years old up to however long it was running. It was actually on PBS, if I remember correctly, down in Georgia. And of course, with all that and his movie cameos in films like, the Cheech and Chong films, he played some really interesting characters in that. He did a lot of just acting in general. He was more than just Pee-wee, but of course he was definitely most well known for Pee-wee. So let me know down in the comments what sort of things you found fun from Paul Reubens. Ah! Scream along with us now. Scream along with us. But let me know in the comments what you really enjoyed from him, or maybe you really didn't like him. His humor wasn't for everybody, of course, but it was something that, he was pretty much a staple of nearly my entire life, except for that one little stint where he kind of got shunned by the general media complex for having fun in a certain sort of theater. But, humans are humans. Everybody makes mistakes, and he bounced back from it, honestly. And I think he probably came back more popular when people like me grew up and we realized, he's just a normal dude. He was doing things that normal dudes would do, but since he was a celebrity, he was under a lot more scrutiny. And then he still came back and was Pee-wee again. But, that's when the children that watched him as Pee-wee were grown up and were, I think, maybe a lot more understanding than the original parents were at the time, where it's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I used to watch Bobby's World as a kid, and if you know Howie Mandel's stand-up, you know how dirty he is in his stand-up. And as a child watching Bobby's World, I didn't get any of the dirty jokes. Most people didn't at that sort of age. But as an adult watching that show, wow, it's something that I probably wouldn't want my kids watching if I knew that they understood these jokes. And kind of the same thing for Pee-wee, although he didn't put the toilet humor into his show, but he still had that adult role, that adult side that he would play in various points of his life. And of course, being a normal human being, it kind of made him more relatable as an older person, at least to me. So let me know in the comments what your favorite role was from Paul Reubens. The one in Cheech and Chong, of course, was a classic. The hamburger, he took a check or something. That's a pretty good one. And also, in particular, his parts, let's see, what was it? I don't think it was Big Top Pee-wee. The one where he went to the basement of the Alamo, and the Alamo made a post about how since that movie, every single day, somebody comes and asks to see the basement of the Alamo as a joke, and an homage to to the joke that he made in that movie. So that's also a classic one, and of course, in that same movie, when he wakes up, they're like, where are you, or what day is it? I don't know. What's your name? I don't know. What do you remember? I remember the Alamo. And then it's all cowboys around. They're like, yeehaw! It's a silly joke, but one that always brought a smile to my face because, remember the Alamo. And he threw that in just so beautifully with his style of humor, of course. So today I'm remembering Paul Reubens, a magnificent actor and person that enriched so many people's lives in so many different ways. So again, if you have some certain scenes or characters that he played that you really love, put them down below. Or if you really didn't like him, put them down below. Again, his humor wasn't for everybody, so that is what it is. So let me know in the comments if Paul Reubens brought you some fun in life. Ah! He certainly brought it to mine. As always, thanks for tuning in and have a great day.